All right, we're working up the ladder. We're going to do requirements Ray. Who wants to teach requirements Ray something?
Okay, I'm going to teach you how to draw on bubble letters. Do you think you can try?
Yeah. I just got a question. Is this like the entirety of this course is bubble letters?
No, it goes farther.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do we get credit for participating?
Yeah.
Wait, are you maybe not supposed to get credit?
What am I right? No, I'm just
Right.
pumped because I'm already getting a head start on everybody else in this class.
All right.
Okay.
I should have waited.
All right. Do you think you can make your lines a little, straighter at the end?
Wait, is this not A work right now?
It's almost there. It's like A- work. But if
Okay.
you want to see how I did
What do you mean
it.
lines straighter like this?
Yeah.
You want it boxier. So this is
Boxy.
really an
These are
aesthetic
box
choice.
letters.
You're going to dock me for your aesthetic choice?
The class is called box lettering. So
Okay. All right. Is that all right?
That's really good.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So now if you want to take it a step further, because I can see you're doing really well with this. Do you know how to write cursive?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you write your name, do you think you can try to do that as well on top of what you learned?
On top of this thing?
Or no, like other new thing?
I don't want to do more work. How about this? Can I just do like this? Is this going to be okay?
If you want to cheat your way through it,
yeah.
but I mean, if you want to take shortcuts.
I do.
But then you'll get a worse grade because you don't
Oh,
truly
come on, man.
understand.
More busy work. It's fine. We'll
The
do it your way.
concept.
We'll do it your way. Here, let me straighten out these letters for you.
Like, how can you apply this? Like, that's a big thing. Like, how is this useful to
How many birthday cards?
That looks really good.
a business? There you go.
Yeah. If you continue this and do better, you can have a business that is really good.
You never asked me what I'm actually interested in.
What-
I'm interested
what are
in
you interested in?
sports.
Okay.
I'm interested in my girlfriend. And I'm
So
interested
you
in
can-
parties on the weekend.
Do you know what you can
Valentine's
do?
Day cards.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say that. For your girlfriends, you can write a really pretty card. Ask her to homecoming with like this beautiful written card in this way that, because you're,
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Dude, because I wasn't even thinking, this is like a pain in the ass for just nothing, but yeah, that would be a really easy way to get some brownie points for my girlfriend. I like that. Oh man, and look, and you already did GE. I can just do like GF.
Yeah.
And then it's like my girlfriend. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm in. Okay, time out. So, what was my focus of the class at the beginning of this lesson?
Getting the A.
Getting the A. No one ever brought it up, but I brought it up in almost every step of the educational process. And that's legitimately something that some students do. But if you're asking about what's the quality of the educational encounter, that little detail of what's actually driving your students is a big detail to think about. Great. Yeah.
So in a situation like that, say like if it's not applicable to like what I know, like you can make anything kind of applicable, but like say someone like wants to be a professional basketball player and you're teaching them math and they're like, how is this gonna help me? I'm already gonna be a professional basketball player.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking me seriously for the future, if this ever comes up in your lives as teachers, for me and because I teach, I've taught writing classes several times, and what I do on the first day is I go around the room, we learn about each other, and then the first thing I say is, how many people in here don't like writing? And I usually, like last time I did this, I got 6 hands that went up, and I was like, what are your interests? What are your interests? What are your interests? And then for the rest of the class, I tailored it to them. Because the people who like writing. So you really don't have to put a lot of effort in that. But the few people in the class who don't, if you can draw them in, like that gets the energy going. That's the difference between like 40% of your class interacting and 80%, which is usually, I aim for everybody, right? I want to hear everybody and I want to see everybody's eyes. I want to see everybody connected to the class. So that's how I do
I
it.
have another question. I feel like a lot of my peers will be like, oh, I feel like this teacher isn't even qualified to teach this class. Like when I took my writing class, the guy who taught it wasn't doing anything related to writing. And so sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't respect like the grade that this person gives me, or like what even qualifies them to be teaching this course.
Right. With my research, I researched 3 writing teachers. And all 3 of them talk about establishing ethos and the idea that you have to prove yourself at some point to your students. And whether it's through what your history is, like one of them always listed off his credentials and said, look, here's how I was educated in this field and why I know what I know. The other one is just like, I've been a professional writer, and everything that he taught about the class was geared toward that he said, look, in a professional field, you have to be able to do this, 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 and this, and that's what I'm preparing you for. And the other teacher was like, she really didn't do that, but she had such a control over the situation that it never even came up. You meet her and she just used professionalism. Right, for me, I have to convince people because I'm walking around in a too large shirt and no shoes on. So I really have to do the footwork to convince people. But I do that through dialogue. And that's the thing, you have to know your strengths and be confident in them, and then work on your weaknesses. There's no shortcut to that. Like, professional development is personal development in teaching. That's part of my dissertation. So, yeah, it's hard not to film, right? These are interesting conversations. So, next.